Hi, I'm staying in a hotel room tonight, so I thought this would be a wonderful time to show you guys how to check for bed bugs when you're staying in a hotel. It doesn't even matter what kind of hotel. We find bed bugs in the nicest hotels. We find them in the cheap roach hotels. We find them in the hooker hotels, and we find them in the most high-class establishments available. So what I want to do today is show you what to look for every time you stay in a hotel, how to keep from bringing them home. So because hotels are definitely, they are one of the #1 ways that people bring bed bugs into their home. So let's have a look. So the first thing you want to do is get you a flashlight. The flashlight on your phone works just fine as well. You want to check the mattress over really well. And by checking over the mattress, what I want you to do is take the sheets off. If you can take the covers off, take the covers off. It actually looks like this bed has a bed bug cover on it, which is really nice because that's not going to prevent a bed bug issue, but if there is one, it's going to make it really easy to see. So I went ahead and opened up part of the cover. I went ahead and unzipped part of it because it's really important that you look in the folds of the mattress. Those little creases right here are where you're going to see them most likely if they're in a mattress. So you get your flashlight, look really well. If I had both hands free right now, I'd be pulling that little seam apart, like looking all up underneath it, all up in it, making sure I don't see any signs of bed bugs. And what you're gonna see are, if they have bed bugs, you're gonna obviously see bed bugs for one. That's one obvious sign. Basically, a bed bug looks like an apple seed with legs. Another thing you're gonna see with bed bugs, you might see, are little tiny black dots, like somebody just took a Sharpie and made little dots all over the mattress or all over the bedding. That's bed bug poop. Ew. Also, check the box spring as well as you possibly can, particularly in the little seams right here. That's where you're typically going to see them. Another thing you want to look for are any little clusters of little white dots all together in one of these seams. That's going to most likely be bed bug eggs. It's also important to check the curtains. Bed bugs do get up in curtains. They like to attach themselves to anything cloth. And so you want to look at the back side of the curtains up here. Now, thankfully, these curtains look pretty clean, but you might see a lot of the same evidence that you would see in a mattress. On top of that, the curtains are pretty much never changed. So if that if that room has ever had bed bugs, guess what? It's going to show a lot of times in the curtains. You also want to try to check all along the baseboards and try to check behind and underneath the headboard as much as you can. Now this headboard's attached to the wall, so I can't pull it back to look at it, but if it's not attached to the wall, go ahead and pull it out a little bit and check behind it. Check your baseboards really well, because bed bugs like to get in the walls and in the floors. And so usually if they're in a room, they'll get back here or under here, under the carpet, and they'll kind of make their nesting area down there. And then when it's time to feed, they'll come out from underneath down there, and then they get up on the bed, and that's when they're coming out for a snack. And unfortunately, it usually means they'll find you and start feeding on you. Absolutely do not just come in the room, plop down on the bed, and relax as soon as you get in the room. Because if you got bed bugs in here, they're gonna be like, oh, yummy, food's here, time to come out. Our DoorDash delivery has arrived. Also, don't just come place your luggage along the floor, right up next to the wall. It's like I said before, guess who likes to come out of the wall to find food? They do that, they're going to hijack in your luggage. The best place to put your luggage until you know for sure that there's not a bed bug issue, put it up here. If they have a closet in the room, maybe even put it on the sink, or strangely enough, put it in the bathtub. Why? Because those are going to be the least likely places in a room that you're going to find bed bugs. If you find bed bugs in a room, get out of that room. Best case scenario, you want to totally get out of the hotel. You need to immediately go let the staff know that you found bed bugs. Take pictures, take videos. Don't take their offer to just simply move to the room next door, because bed bugs traverse through walls. So a lot of times if we find them in one room, they tend to move to all the other rooms connected to that room. They'll even move, if it's a multi-story building, they'll get in the room above you and even in the room below you. If you have no choice but to stay in that hotel, make sure you get a room as far away from that original room as possible, and look that room over really, really well. And keep in mind too, if you ever bring bed bugs home, I don't ever want you to feel bad about it. Bed bugs don't care if you're nasty, if you're super clean. They don't care if your house is perfectly spotless. If you're like a house mouse like me and you make a mess everywhere, bed bugs don't care about that. They're simply after our blood. That's all they want. Other than that, we don't even know why they exist, other than they're just a pestilence. But they're not known to be dangerous. They're not known to carry diseases. People can have bad reactions to their bites, though. But if you do happen to bring any home, don't feel bad about it. Know that it's probably happened to more people than you realize. And also, just immediately contact your pest control professional. Bed bugs have developed a tolerance to most of over-the-counter pesticides, and that's part of the problem why we're seeing them run so rampant these last few years. So make sure that if you do end up bringing them home, if you find them in a hotel room you're staying at, when you get home, anything you can put in the dryer, put it in the dryer, because that's going to kill off anything that's hiding in there. That dryer gets so hot that it'll kill off anything that'll be in there. And anything else that you can possibly leave outside, leave it outside, wrap it up. If you got a storage shed or something, put it out there. The goal is that you either want it to get hot enough in there to kill them off, or you want to leave it out there long enough to kill them off before you end up bringing them in the house. And if you ever have any questions about bed bugs, hit me up. I'm your girl. Bye.